Hello and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. And at this point we are producing our own oxygen, so it's not actually included. We do need to make it ourselves. We are going to make a decision. In this episode, we are going to make the decision of where we will what we will do next, because we need to decide if we are going to go up, down, right or left. And with the space I have up here, I think, and have at the like out to the side here, I actually think we want to go to the left to begin with, at least. Yeah, I think we are going to go to the left. And to begin this episode, to explain why I'm going to do something, what I will need to do is actually queue up a research, because I need the insulated tile. And while that's being researched, I'm going to just quickly go over. There's hydrogen running around here. In the tile where there's hydrogen, there can't be oxygen. It's moving around, yes, but once one tile has one thing in it, another thing can't be in it. So when there's oxygen in one tile, there can't be hydrogen at the same time. When there's hydrogen, there can't be oxygen at the same time. And the same thing applies to when it comes to liquid. Water, for example, can't there can't be water and a gas in the same tile. And this is something we are going to use because we don't want all this polluted oxygen into our base area. We don't want all of this slime lung, which is over here, to get into our base. So we are going to use this information to create a water airlock. And if you know what I mean, you probably know exactly how it's going to look like. What I'm going to do is designate this to so they have something to do. What we're going to do is just wait for the research, and when the research is done, we will create this airlock, because it's something which is really handy. It's a really handy thing which makes it very easy early on to make. It's not that hard to make. As long as you know how to make it, it's not hard. But we're going to look at the blueprints. What we like, these two, Nicola and Frankie, they have mouth breather, so they are ruled out immediately. Hatchling, I'm not interested in hatchlings. And Liam, you have supplying, doctoring and decorating, and you have two whatever traits. Like, they don't buff you, they don't do anything, and you have some really nonsensical interests. It's not that good. I already have a decorating. I have two that's supplying, And doctoring is... hopefully you never will need it. You probably will, but yeah. Depending on what you do, you will need doctoring. Depending on what you do, you won't need doctoring. But I'm going to, at the moment, reject them because they are not good enough. And I'm going to just, as I said, wait out the research. Hopefully, I'm just going to quickly check. Yeah, advanced research. Once he's done with the novice research, he needs to do the advanced on the supercomputer. And I think... yeah, he just changed. Yeah, so once he's done at the supercomputer, we will be finished with all the things. And it probably won't be this cycle. We'll probably have to wait until next cycle. Because research takes such a long time. Even if you have a decent researcher, it takes a long time. I mean, I have Science 9. That's pretty good without doing some cheating. So yeah. We do have a bit of floral scents, which is okay. You do need to be careful about getting allergic reactions, so but yeah, let's see. Just yeah, 15. We have five more for like progressions of the supercomputer until, yeah, and it needs more water. So we need a little bit more research until what I'm researching is completed. Other than that, yeah, we have cleaned a lot of stuff. We have, for like, I don't know, like somewhere between 10 and 20 cycles just been cleaning. And it is necessary to do. And sadly, I'm not sure this will ever stop getting germs. And there's the research done. That's good. That's really good. I think what I'm going to do is sweep this, to be honest. And put it in here. See, germs. Yeah, you do have a... like, there's such a few amount of germs, it's fine. As long as it's not used in this area here. So, what I'm going to do is, before we... So what I'm going to do is use the insulated tile to not get getting a lot of unnecessary heat in a place where I don't want a lot of heat. So we are going to do 2 tiles, and then we're going to do this and this. And then... and this is how it's going to look. I'm not going to put 2 tiles here because it's not needed. You could do it. Like, you could put 2 tiles like to get it to look like this. You don't need these corner tiles, really. just need this. And this is how it's going to look. What I'm going to do is something like this. I'm going to put that one there and build a ladder. The reason why is because I want to remove the ceiling here, and I don't want this bit to start getting a bunch of oxygen from my base. But other than that, we will just remove. But as you can see, this is how it's going to look. What I'm going to do right now is remove the middle section and just dig it out. There's a reason for why we are going to do this. If you remember, I said this was going to be a water airlock. The reason why we're leaving the middle here without we're not building any of the blocks there, is because we need to remove a bunch of we need to move a bunch of water in here, and the only way of doing it in the game without cheating is using a bottle emptier and then empty it down into here. And I'm going to show you how outdoor renovations, okay? And okay, it's not showing up here. That's interesting. Might have to reload to get them. Let's see, outdoor renovations there. Construct a building outside the initial starting biome. Okay, whatever. Steam has picked up on the achievement, so whatever. I'm not what you would call an achievement whore. I'm really not that into achievements, to be honest, at all. So some games I find some achievements to be interesting, and then I will try to go for it if I find the achievement interesting to go for. But usually I get an achievement because I get it passively by just playing the game most of the time. And that's why I don't have... I think I have 2, maybe 3 games which I have 100% completion on. Maybe. I think it's just 2. It might be 3. I can't remember. But it's not many. So what we are going to do is to dig out and build these tiles. And the reason why we're doing insulated tile is so no unnecessary heat seeps into our base. And then we are going to sweep all this, because we don't want a bunch of stuff laying around and being in the way. And then we are going to build a bottle emptier over here. So yeah, we are getting a bit better with the food situation here. When we get more of the meal like the mealwood ones up and running, when we get the last 3 ones, we should be fine. But I'm going to make sure we remove all of the stuff that's in the way, like in this box here, which we have built, is gone. We will start moving water into this tile, like this one tile down here. Once that fills up and it starts spilling up into the 3 above, then we will stop dumping water into here. As long as you don't have infinite water, and it might actually take quite a lot of time before you get to that point, you will need to be careful with how much water you use. Science will eat up a lot of water, which might catch you off guard at the beginning. If it's first time, one of the first times you play. But we do need a bit more oxygen right now. We do have long commutes. I really would like to have like a 200 athletics on everyone. Oh my god, they move so fast. If you do have like over 100. And yeah, once you start getting a base like this, you will have long commutes warning. Which is a bit of an annoyance, but nothing really you can do about it. So, but once this is gone, we will start bottling water. And I'm actually going to do it right now. And you have to enable auto bottling, otherwise it would only take water if it was laying in bottles and dump it here. You have to enable auto bottle to take from a pitcher pump and then over to the bottle emptier. But if you have bottle emptier into like the area where your pitcher pump is, you don't want that one to have auto bottle, otherwise you will have like one duplicant going to the pitcher pump and dumping it into the bottle emptier down into this, and then boom 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 boom, just endlessly. So, and that's something you want to avoid. Let's see. Do we have anyone that's interesting? The dirt is probably the most interesting stuff of the choices here. Yeah. Which is really sad, but it's whatever. And yeah, we're going to have to dump quite a lot of water down here. There's one idle. Ren is idle. Why are you idling? Why? Why? Whatever. Should probably build this down a little bit. No surface germs. Oh, that's good. Sweep that one. There we go. And then sweep this, please. And since it's so close, it will be quite quick. Though that is not reachable. And we did make a bit of hydrogen go on a rampage through the base, but it's not a lot, so. And the thing about hydrogen is that it's actually seeking itself upwards. It's lighter than oxygen, so it slowly but surely, unless it gets stuck like it has been in this area here, move to the top of your base. And as you can see here, we are getting this tile here is full, so now it's spilling out in the 3 on top. And once we get a little bit more water here, we will build the tiles down here in the middle. Remove this one first and then build the tiles downwards. And we will see how it's going to look in the end. Which probably will be done by this upcoming cycle. And I think we're going to call this episode after this cycle here. We'll see. One thing you do need to be careful of is the amount of algae being used. The algae can be consumed quite quickly if you're not careful. Having 2 oxygen diffusers and the algae terrarium can actually like eat up your supply of water and algae quite quickly. You do start with a lot of algae, but it will run out. It's not like eternal or infinite. And finally, we have a masterworks. So she can now produce master artwork. Wrong button. Priorities. So we are going to go to Mary and set her to be prioritizing that one if there's any artwork to do. What I am going to do, once again, wrong button, is give them, for the main job I want them to do, I will give them a hat. Gosman is the researcher. You're the farmer, so, and you're the digger. And this is basically a way of keeping track of what work they have and what work they should be doing. Yeah. Yeah, we will need more water than this. It's not enough. Let's hope. Yeah, we'll we'll go with a bit when we get a bit more, like probably like 200 or 300 kilos in these 3 tiles. Each and every bottle is 200 kilos, but it gets split. So now we have 200 in every one. I think I will go with 1 more before I call it quits. What we're going to do is disable out bottling. And just in case, do that so no one can bring anything to it. And we will remove it. remove that, and build those 3 down. Now, insulated tiles takes twice the materials of a normal tile, but it insulates, meaning it won't leak cold air or hot air to the other side. And as you can see now, we have a perfect seal, so any oxygen on this side can't go to this side, because the tiles for the air to flow to one side to the other is blocked by water. Now this will give any duplicant that runs through it soggy feet and sopping wet. Sopping wet like replaces the soggy feet because it's the higher version of it, but this will have to, you need to combat this stress increase by them being sopping wet by going through, but it's probably the easiest kind of airlock you can make. That is an actual airlock actually blocking like oxygen or other stuff getting from one side to the other. So yeah. We can now start exploring. Oh right, there's a bunch of sand we need to remove because yeah. But that's going to take a while. It's very little oxygen over here, so... And one thing that you will need to do is actually the you will need to put a bunch of deodorizers and stuff over here. And what I will do as well is this very simple stuff of putting... No, it's on the medicine, right? Right. I will put like 3 of these like that. I will build 3 like that. The reason why I'm doing this is because if they get germs on them, they won't bring it into the base. And we are seeing some interesting... Oh, that's... If you see neutronium, it means there's a geyser or some kind of point of interest there, so... And Ren has 1% stress. That's absolutely nothing, but we do need to be a bit careful. And I will put... one door there. I will show... I will explain why when it's up. Or rather, I can do it right now, because we are going to end the episode. So I don't... a door, you can set who's allowed to go through, or like go from one side to the other of the door, and which way you can go through it and not. And you can set it to be default, like everyone is allowed to leave but not enter. Or everyone is allowed to enter but not leave, or you can do custom access by clicking on who you want custom access and then And that's the thing I will do with this store, is setting the auto and then clicking everyone to get custom access. And then once they get, if one gets sick, they won't be allowed in here because of the slime lung. Because you can get slime lung. The sickness called slime lung is not that bad, but if you don't take care of it, your duplicants can actually die. So something to be aware of. But with that, we are going to call this one here. So thanks for watching, goodbye, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.